Happy Christmas Eve, I take it, to all my zombies out there emotionally screwed up and sleep deprived. Welcome to the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, the Christmas Eve special starting of things. I am your host. The name of the title is me. Right now, it's about 2:30 in the morning. It is December 24th, 2022, Saturday morning. Why the hell am I still up this early? I couldn't sleep. Slept about an hour and a half, and I'm just watching all the damn bugs drive me crazy. The bug war still continues. And it is Christmas Eve because there's a lot of people out there having so much issues regarding this holiday season. It's not even funny. And it's not a funny. It's not. It's nothing to laugh at because a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, a lot to go through, a lot to process, and a lot of people don't want to process this. They don't want to process the pain. There is no way, not even a simple jar of Tylenol can actually get rid of this damn thing, unless, of course, you're going to be going through several of these damn things at once and then deciding to meet the maker. That's about it. I'm not saying it. I'm not suggesting it. I'm just trying to get past this damn shit. And I'm not willing enough to do that to myself either, because, like Scrooge would say, actually Albert Finney in the musical Scrooge, I like life. Despite the fact it keeps throwing me curveballs at this point, it's making me a little bit more irritated and more testy. A holiday season like this is usually stressed up because we're supposed to be feeling the holiday season as we're pressured to be. As I've been trying to explain in the last of the videos that I still haven't put out there yet, and I still have to. Call it laziness? No. Call it screwed up in the head at this point. I got them ready, I just haven't got them set up yet for viewing. And I'm still dealing with the lovely critters of the bug war just crawling around. There goes the neighbors. Having issues with their own. Okay, back to it. This is a season where we're supposed to be smiling and trying to be as helpful as we can to our neighbors, or to anybody else for that matter. I'm going to try to keep it at a gravelly voice without trying to raise it up so much because I don't want to disturb them. But they are disturbing me and others, so mutually exclusive, I guess. No, because the people I've been dealing with online at this point over here really have the hard time understanding what grieving is all about. They're going through the motions at this point over here, and there's a lot of those novelists out there who've written stories about it, and they probably have gone through their own stories. I can't knock them. I'm not going to knock them on it. Usually, what I have a problem with is they're trying to make a profit out of the damn thing, and then try to give it free advice to people about it. After after a fashion, they've already made their bones in the situation over here. But for me, on the other hand, I'm dealing with my own. I've got how long since I've lost my uncle? Since I was about 5, 6, something like that. Pretty damn young, right after the heart surgery. Uncle Al, the first one in my family that I recognized, had passed away. And then it started from there. So yeah, from the 70s all the way through now. Too many. Too many people I knew. And yet I'm supposed to handle it with the grief, with care, with respect. I was supposed to handle it with dignity at this point over here. Not screaming and yelling my head off because I can't deal with the pain and I can't deal with the misery. I can't deal with the loss, but I have to show strength to a lot of people saying, oh, this is not that bad. You want to bet? When you lose favorite people in your early life, and You're told that you're not supposed to cry. Only babies cry. You're supposed to be a young person. You're supposed to be a young man or a young woman. Or in my case, supposed to be a young man. And I'm not supposed to cry. I'm not supposed to cry from inflictions of pain. I'm supposed to hold it in. I'm supposed to be a brave boy. The problem is you can't be a brave boy growing up and missing people left and right and not expect to be an emotional cripple down the road. Here we go again. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because there were certain things that people were talking about online that I chose to make the responses, but I also chose to talk about it truthfully and honestly and from my gut. Couldn't sleep afterwards. I know there's things beyond myself that I'm powerless over. I know that. And I'm trying to struggle with that concept. But I'm also trying to deal with reality check right now as it is. The reality of it is potentially losing the apartment because of damn bugs because I'm not doing enough to deal with these bastards. And if once I start doing into a massive bug war here, I mean talking about massive flogging at this point over here, I'm going to be pushing men into a lot of apartments at this point. But I guess it can't be helped. So I got to set up traps all over that damn place and hope that 2 or 3 days will knock out several of these guys. But there's still more coming. And I got to clean up the place. That's my reality for today. But in regards to how I view the holiday season itself, it's a different story altogether. In the holiday season, you're supposed to be feeling joy and peace and understanding that this holiday is supposed to be of God and Jesus. Jesus' birthday, and therefore we're supposed to be celebrating it. And what do I come across more often than not is, besides the stuff I'm dealing with currently in my apartment, I'm dealing with neighbors around here with their own personality issues. I also turn on the news and I'm seeing other people having more issues. Not just environmental issues that are about to be freezing out of their homes or freezing out of their existence here. And you have other countries denying human rights to other people left and right and forcing people to leave other countries for hoping for a better way and then getting turned away because of bureaucracy and also how they're doing it. If they can't get the damn right paperwork, they're going to be locked out of their hopes and dreams, but they're going to struggle for it anyway. When you hear on the news about a repressive country trying to punish a sporting team because they didn't win, but more than that, they protested against their government. So now the government locks them down and throws away the key, and the parents, the families are wondering why. They're pleading to the outside world because they can't plead to their own government. Their own government is at the repressive. It's been like that for over 40 or 50 years. 40 years. Been that way. And they just never bothered to get rid of it. For whatever reason. But they're going to have to eventually. They're going to have another revolution in their place. Hopefully to get their freedoms if they want them. They have to fight for them. Here it is, Christmas Eve. It's a few hours into it already. And Grinch is at work. Grinch is already tearing apart a family next door. You can hear them yelling and screaming at each other. Me, I'm just shoving these bugs off the damn table onto the floor. It's the only thing I can do to get work out my frustration. See, in a holiday season like this, the high expectations, the social norms, the social expectations, what we're programmed to deal with, it's not happening. We're still dealing with an everyday regular thing. If we didn't have the holiday season coming up, I still would have this to deal with this early in the morning. Now, maybe on some mornings I'll be able to sleep through this damn shit because in another room I can't hear them going like crazy. But I never have cops coming over to see what the hell's going on. Unless I call them and it'll take them forever to get over here if we actually get any services. Meanwhile, for what's supposed to be a happy holiday season, Grinch is at work trying to make sure it's a whole miserable season for everybody. Yeah, miserable enough. I'm just trying to listen to what's going on. Do I have any words of advice for those who are grieving, going through emotional situations regarding this holiday season? I try to lay off best advice I can on there and just deal with it a day at a time, a minute at a time, and breathe and try to relax. Take care of yourself. It's a long road. And sometimes you don't have any choice but to travel it. And me, on the other hand, I've got to deal with these hungry sons of bitches going to be raining down on me in a few seconds here. Give me a second. Merry Christmas, you sorry sons of bitches. Yeah, aren't they nice? Aren't they fun? They travel the roof, they think they can defy gravity, but they really can't because they lose their tracking and their way. The smaller ones just don't know any better. The larger ones, yeah, he's out of range. Good. I hate him raining on my head like that. Just makes my day feel like lousy. I think maybe I squished maybe a few of them. All right, I got stress. What I'm going to try to do is take it easy on myself for today. Take care of the things necessary for me to take care of, and I'm heading back to bed so I can probably get a little bit of sleep if I'm lucky enough. And hopefully I don't have any companions of the critter kind in there. Yeah. Merry Christmas, you filthy critters.